Today is Thursday, January 29th, 2026, and it is National Curmudgeon's Day, which I think I accidentally observe year-round. Welcome to This Day in History from, wait, that's random. I'm your host, C.L. Burns. On this day in 1839, Charles Goodyear patented vulcanized rubber. It took him years to figure out. He'd failed time and time again, much like Edison and the light bulb. He lost money constantly. He was obsessed with trying to figure out how to make it work. Until one day he accidentally dropped rubber into a sulfur mixture on a hot stove. Before vulcanization, natural rubber was basically a mess. It got sticky and soft in the heat, and it became hard and brittle in the cold. Early rubber melted, cracked, or, like I just said, became sticky. It was mostly accidental. Vulcanization made rubber stable and reliable. Suddenly it was useful for everyday life. Obviously for tires, that's the main thing that Goodyear is known for. Everything after that kind of quietly changed. It's hard to imagine without rubber in our everyday lives. Obviously tires, but it comes into so much more. And speaking of tires and what it did for the world, on this day in 1886, the first gasoline automobile was driven. Carl Benz drove his motor wagon publicly. It was loud, slow, and awkward looking. It looked less like a car and like a wooden tricycle with a small engine bolted on the back of it, wobbling along where horses were supposed to be. It looked like a three-wheel wagon of the day with it was a frame and three wheels and an engine, basically. Horses were reportedly spooked by it. People didn't even know what they were seeing. The infrastructure for roads wasn't ready for cars yet. And obviously, it took decades to replace horses. It didn't replace horses overnight. It kind of felt like maybe the future was arriving too early. But speaking of the automobile and how early it showed up, the first American auto show was in 1900 on this day. It opened in New York City. Most people were still extremely skeptical of cars. Many thought automobiles were a novelty, didn't really see the use in it. Horses still dominated cities. They were seen as unreliable toys for the rich. It's hard to believe how little belief there was in the automobile. It's definitely lagging behind the invention. Today, we can't even imagine a world without automobiles. We still kind of do this with new technology, though. Auto shows of today are completely different. They've got new models. They've got the prototypes that are just amazing to look at. And then basically you can walk through a building and see all the new models that are on sale. The three loose threads that kind of hold these things together are materials, machines, and belief. Invention versus adoption. How often people are wrong about things that will last. And normal always kind of looks ridiculous at first. Progress doesn't always fail because it's wrong. Sometimes it fails because people don't believe it yet. That's the gap where kind of things feel random. Anyway, those are the things that I saw today. Let's see where the road takes us tomorrow. If you want to know more about me or the work I do, you can find everything at waitthat'srandom.com. I'm C.L. Burns, and I appreciate you stopping by.